everybody. This is Dumont. Once again, I have a questionnaire for you guys for the Bakugan YouTube community. I'm going to borrow from the Transformers world, should I say, just because they are so much ahead at this whole toy type stuff. So if you don't know what I'm talking about, you're just going to have to look it up. Alright, the first thing is in the Transformers toy lines, there is something called a masterpiece line. I believe they have produced almost like 10 of these things. The first one, Masterpiece 01, was started with Optimus Prime. Obviously has an awesome name. I don't like the character. I don't like what he is, you know, a convoy truck. I'm not into that, but the way he looks in robot form, at least the face mold, and he's just a very iconic character in the Transformers universe. So he was the first one to headline the series, and he was so awesome. They did such a good job with this toy that your expectations were very, very high. But for the rest of the line, I think they didn't do as near as good a job as they did with Optimus Prime, even though the other characters were far more interesting, like Megatron and Grimlock and even Starscream. But you know, once again, the toy did not come out well for those lines. I think Grimlock was what, Masterpiece 08, Megatron was 07, something like that. So anyway, in the Masterpiece line, the toys are very expensive. They're almost like $100 plus, you know, some well above $100, and there's a lot of die cast. The details are awesome, you know, because it's called Masterpiece. You can just imagine it's just it's basically that toy made like it's never been made before, you know. So my question to you guys is, would you guys be interested in a Masterpiece line for Bakugan? In Bakugan, you know, let's say it's going to be about deca size, just like in Transformers. The Masterpiece is bigger, you know, than the normal toy lines that come out. So it'll be, let's say, deca size. The detail should be freaking off the hook, okay? It should be just phenomenal detail. It should have a lot of die-cast metal parts just for a good quality, not cheap plastic. And I'm thinking that you should be able to play with it, you know, with the other Deca Bakugans, because they're roughly the same size, or it should be the same size, so it should have the magnet and everything, but it should have a lot of manual parts to almost to where it's basically turns into like a regular Transformer. So even though you can play with it, it's pretty much like you're purchasing a Transformer. So would you guys be interested in that? You know, if so, which one? For me, the one that I'm interested in would be Alpha Hydronoid. Actually, since this is a Masterpiece line, it should be good enough to where if you purchase this thing, it could do Hydronoid, it could do dual-headed Hydronoid, and it could do Alpha Hydronoid. Like, you could attach and put on pieces and stuff. It should probably come with a Masquerade character figure, and the Masquerade should probably be it should be set in actual scale to match the toy of this Deca Alpha this Masterpiece Alpha Hydronoid, which, you know, so it should be matching in scale size. You know, like it should have multiple gimmicks, like that part in his chest where he has that rotating saw. Like that should probably be able to move in this Masterpiece line. It should be making a very satisfying clicking noise. It should just go click, 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 and it should be able to rotate. You know, it should probably come with some tentacles that you can attach onto him and remove when you want to close him up into ball form and stuff like that. So the details, once again, should be phenomenal. The two heads on the side, I know for the Special Attack Alpha Hydronoid, we were all very disappointed with the two heads on the side. Well, in this one, the two heads on the side should totally look like the cartoon, you know. All three heads should look very, very close to the cartoon, so it should look awesome. So how much would this thing cost? I'm guessing, you know, for Transformers, their Masterpiece line costs like 100 plus. So this one would be like $40 for one. My second question to you guys is, once again, it comes from the Transformers world. They have something called the Transformers Universe line. There's a subcategory, it goes into Transformers Classics line. And these were widely considered by many of the pro collectors and stuff to be some of the best Transformers ever made. Like the Classics Megatron is awesome. The Classics, even the Classics Optimus Prime is not bad. Classics Jetfire. And then you go into guys like Universe Cyclonus is widely considered one of the best figures made in a long, long time. So what I'm trying to say is what those lines are, basically, it's a remake of the old original figures that came out, like the G1 figures that came out. It's a remake, it's a modern interpretation of them. Not all of them were good, but if done right, it's supposed to be an improvement of the old. So what I'm saying is, would you guys be interested, this is question number 2, would you guys be interested in a Bakugan line where they do like a Bakugan Universe line or Bakugan Classics line where they remake some of the old figures, like what I think is a Storm Skyrus, you know, because she was so fragile, you know, but such an awesome figure. They could have remade this one. I know a lot of people were not happy with Hammer Gorham. You know, he's supposed to be an evolved. A lot of the evolved ones, like Evolved Tigrera, you know, I believe Chaos Emily said she wasn't happy with that one. So I can understand that. So what if they redid those to where it actually, the evolved version does look better than the original? Would you guys be interested in that? And if so, which characters would pique your interest? You know, like for me, I would definitely, of course, like to see a remake of Brontes, of course, without a doubt. But there's plenty of other characters that, you know, probably deserve a remake that they just did not do a good job. So that is my question to you all. My third and final question. This one has to do with just a custom Bakugan. If you could design, and Spin Master would actually make it for you, right? Which Bakugan do you want them to create for you? You know, this could be one of the ones that they showed in the cartoon, but they never made it. Or it could be a completely original Bakugan. And if so, you know, you're going to have to give me some descriptions, and the more detailed the better, because I'm not going to know what you're talking about. For me, one of the things that I think would be very interesting is, for example, Warrius. Warrius was not really well done. He was kind of like a generic character in the cartoon show. The toy is awesome, though. The toy, I really like the way it looks and everything. So Warrius, what I'm thinking is if they could customize this guy. I never really seen a limited edition Warrius, so like I would love to see like a translucent Warrius, you know, like a Pyrus translucent, you know, would be awesome. What I would like to see is his legs actually change to where they fold out almost like not almost like, but pretty much like Dragonoid, the original Dragonoid, how his legs fold forward like that. I would like to see that, but in addition, if they made 2 more sets of legs like that fold in the opposite direction to the back. So a total of 4 legs. So basically, if you just fold out the 2 front legs, he's normal Warrius. If you fold out the 2 legs in the back, then he turns into Centaur Warrius. And I think that would be awesome. And once again, I want him in a limited edition. I want him in like translucent colors. Neon colors would be great, you know. So that's my idea that I want to share with you guys for today. So those are the 3 questions. Please feel free to put them in my comment box, and if you could make a video, even better. So either way, thank you for watching, and good night.